What's up, traders? Matt from the Trade Brigade here doing a technical analysis on ticker symbol FCEL for FuelCell Energy. On the left-hand side, we have the daily time frame, and on the right-hand side, the 30-minute intraday time frame. Now, this is a chart we've covered in the past, but I want to start with a blank slate. It was really long ago when we covered it, and some clear developments have happened here. So starting with our roadmap from the daily perspective, certainly noting that we have, if we grab the other tool here, an area of resistance kind of right around this area here. Certainly this prior pivot high and the clear one way up here at the 50 SMA. I don't necessarily think that'll be in play, but just something to note as structure here. Underneath us, what do we have? So here, certainly 593 we'll call it, and then here as well, which we actually closed underneath. So that's kind of the development that's really going on in this chart, is we're still in a firm downtrend, right? If we scrunch this up from an overall perspective, you can certainly see this is not a healthy move by any stretch of the imagination for longs at least, and we are continually making lower highs and lower lows. And this breakdown on Friday certainly confirms a new lower low. One thing I want to caution you about if you are someone who's trading FuelCell is the fact that earnings are around the corner here. So if you're someone trading options, just be aware that IV implied volatility will be pumped up, your premiums will be pumped up, and after the earnings announcement, it will be sucked out. And therefore, even if you get direction correct, sometimes you can end up with a loss. So that's my quick rant on the options trade here in FCEL. Let's check it out on the 30-minute perspective, right? So clearly zooming in a little bit, nasty day on Friday, along with the entire broad market, really. But if we look at this through the lens of Fibonacci, going from high of the first move to the low of the first move, kind of bottomed out here at that area, which we would have expected, right? That was perfect support in there. You'll notice that the little consolidation we got here never even came close to the 38.2. So to me, just a sign of weakness from the buyers, strength out of the sellers. And instead, if we go from the high of the move all the way down to the low, where's our 38.2 now? Just barely above the breakdown. So I would place much more emphasis just on that area of structure here, $5.68 as a critical upside level to recapture if there's going to be a turnaround here inside of FuelCell. Now, after that, you can start targeting 593, and from there, let's scrunch this up, see if we can find something in the midst here. I would argue just the middle of this range, you can see some congestion has happened. Let me grab the price tool here. This general area strikes me as the next area of importance, simply noting that we have congestion here, highs, we have pullbacks to it, we have some support here, congestion, support, sort of congestion and resistance here. So that to me would be the next major upside area if we can capture that 593, right? And this is all, again, none of that's even a possibility, even in the question, if we do something like this, backtest that breakdown point and then roll over once again. That would really just be solidifying the daily downtrend and even the 30-minute intraday downtrend that has developed and clearly showed its hand here. Let's scrunch up the chart and just see what is underneath us for support, if there's anything. And looking, we have to look way back here, right? So there was some gap here. Let me go ahead and zoom in on this just so we can analyze this a little bit better. And so that's the gap we were sort of discussing. Maybe there's some support in here around 5, the round number, and then after that, the low of these two candles in there, $3.90. Scrunching up this 30 minutes so you can actually see that now. Let's go ahead and use that hand tool. Again, that's quite a ways underneath us before we're getting into our next supports. Just not a trade I would really be interested in. Remember that these wicks right here, and again, we're looking at the daily, right? So these wicks right here, that is sort of the equivalent of right up here. Notice where I hover the cursor. See, it's at the very top of that 30-minute perspective. So for me, this is not something I want to touch until we at least come back down to 5 the whole dollar as a potential speculation buy. But at this point in time, the chart is not looking promising for any type of reversal until we can recapture some of those upside levels which we have discussed. So FuelCell, please be careful with it if you are trying to fish for longs. Just not ideal in my opinion as of right now. So if you enjoyed the video, if you learned anything new, certainly let me know down below in the comments section or by giving the video a thumbs up. Don't forget our main channel is linked in the description, and all of that being said, I wish you a green trading week.